How should you train when you're sick? Now, most of us know the golden rule: symptoms above the neck, you can keep going. Below the neck, you need to pull the pin on it. But sometimes it doesn't matter. Sometimes you just cooked either way. And that was me this week. So after giving myself the not very intelligent window of 8 weeks to prep for an XTERRA triathlon, I seem to have forgotten that I'm immunosuppressed and we're coming into winter. So yeah, not an ideal strategy. And I followed the above the neck rule, but things soon went very south. And let's just call what happened over the last week a strategic pause. But the mistake that most athletes make when they have these strategic pauses is they either push super hard and end up worse for wear, or they just rest completely. Now, most people miss you can still keep moving forward without digging yourself into a deeper hole. So this week I didn't train hard, I just trained differently. I guess you could say I did some sideways training as I pulled out my stretch yourself strong stuff. So this wasn't a stretch, it wasn't to work mobility, it was to try to keep my prep going. So obviously I was doing things like loading joints, but oddly, not just trying to stop strength and endurance, minimizing that loss, but to actually keep it moving forward. So in something like this that you see here, I call this a half kneeling reverse Nordic isometric hold, something like that. But this is an isometric hold where we're working our hip flexor range, but under tension. So we're not putting stress on our cardiovascular system. It's building capacity in the muscle. But here's a thing like this that I'll bet you didn't know, that when we add tension into the muscle like this, it can actually help to improve our endurance. We get the same sort of mitochondrial adaptation that we do from exhaustive exercise, and isn't that a massive bonus? So in this one here, I'm just doing some dynamic rotation tension just to keep things moving and to keep things activated somewhat. And I guess to keep those neural connections growing and firing, especially in these movements where I know I have some of my own troubles with it. And if we look at this sort of training in general, you can have all the endurance in the world, your VO2 max can be great, but if your joints don't trust your range, you are wasting energy in every step. You're becoming less efficient. So this training is also good for efficiency training. Especially, if you're getting tight, you're moving inefficiently, your long run becomes a grind, your body's trying to overcome your mechanics rather than utilize the work that you've put in. So even if you're not doing this to take a rest, you're training that efficiency. You're trying to train through low fatigue and high return. So for me, this week wasn't ideal, but I'll take some smart isometric holds over sitting on the couch doing nothing and feeling like a melted candle. It certainly helps to make me feel like I'm moving forward. And if you're not feeling well, I think it's a really good way to continue to train and continue to make some gains without burning yourself out. So in terms of my own race prep, I'll be back next week with hopefully a better update, hopefully with lungs that are cooperating. I'll see you then.